Let me do it again. Thank you very much. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is the 30th of October, 2017. This is your daily Forex trading strategy session. Let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, however, good or bad, it's not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focused on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, what do you think of this spotlight? I'm like, wow, this is weird. Maybe you don't notice it. Yeah. You're like, what? So, ni hao ma. My name is Wayne McDonell. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you for being a client of TradersWay. Please put your diamonds in the sky. I wish I could get my face done in there. Thank you for being a client to TradersWay. We appreciate you. We work hard for you. We want you to succeed, and that is my raison d'être for this morning. So today we'll cover technical and fundamental analysis, trader psychology, and anything else that you need to succeed. Do these sessions 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Although I think maybe we should do a 9 a.m. session sometime soon. We were talking about that before. Do a little bit later of a session to catch the New York Open. Just for a while. We'll see. It's not like a tattoo or anything. So let me know if you're up for that. Maybe. Yeah, just, shake it up a little bit. Ah. 580. All right, let me move this. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. You guys are good people. Let me share something with you. My whole life, I've been opening a banana from this end. And I've learned that monkeys open it from this end. Isn't that amazing? We're doing it wrong. So I learned something new from a monkey, and I'm proud of it. All right, so anyways, let's go through this, and then, you know what, let's do the calendar first. Let's do the calendar. Hang on. I got 900 windows open right now. Wow, that's crazy. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, I got like 900 windows open, so everything is slow. I apologize. Wow, really slow. Holy smokes. I guess I need to reboot. Oh, snap. What? Oh, maybe it ain't me. I'll have to inquire, see what's going on. Oh, here it is. That was weird. All right. Let's go through the big impacts first. Let's just go for it. Let's only look at the high. Do you know why? Because there's lots. There's lots of it. Okay. So this Friday is the first Friday of the month, Friday, November 3rd, non-farm payrolls, and my daughter is giving a speech and presentation in front of her entire school. And I will be doing non-farm payrolls. Robert, I'm at Forex.Today every single day of the week. The only time I'm at FX Street is for the first Friday of the month for non-farm payrolls. Yeah, Ryan. So I'm going to miss my my daughter's speech. Mm. So, anyways, well, you know, I've been doing the event for 12 years, so people can understand. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's go through the biggies this week. Consumption, obviously important, especially towards GDP. No, it's free, Robert. No, it's free. Yeah. Then interest rate decision out of Japan. Obviously, there's no rate hike coming, but we want to know how the QE is going, right? So hopefully they tell us in their policy statement. Okay. The inflation reports out of the UK. Obviously, that's going to be important. So you can see right off the bat, maybe we should be playing some beast, huh? Be trading the Widowmaker, the pound yen, right? So you just even on Monday, we got yen, we got pound. I suppose you could even throw in dollar, but we kind of have a reasonable idea how GDP is going anyways. But anyways, PCE is big. Interest rates decisions, and in particular, the policy statements and press conferences, and that's when sort of it's known that there could be an unknown. So anyways, those are the learning experiences for the market. So right off the bat, USD pretty decent. Japanese yen will show. And then what do central banks generally do? Most central banks don't have a dual mandate. They have a single mandate, and that has to do with dealing with inflation. So inflation report, that's a doozy, right? And then Europe, nobody cares about Europe. Look at European CPI. Ooh, cares, cares. But anyways, we like to trade the euro, and CPI is one of the bigger releases, so maybe that creates some volatility and stuff. But what I've been sharing with you is outside of central banking policy changes, which we're having, we're tapering out of quantitative easing in Europe right now, and maybe in 2 years, interest rates start going up in Europe. So we're a long ways from that kind of a monetary cycle, but the business cycle, as far as money flow and investment, it's moving toward Europe. So that the cycles are not lined up, right? You got one trough, right? We're heading into one trough, and we're already heading out on a different cycle. So it's kind of interesting. So that's why I kind of laugh, like, does it matter? We're already investing in Europe because it's cheap. By the time we get around to jacking up interest rates, everything would have been bought. Like, if you're not buying Europe right now, what is it that you're doing? Like, for example, in the United States, um, between, what is it now? Between July, I think it was, July 1st and today, that period, ski chalets in the United States mountain cabins, but no, but the ones near all the big ski resorts, there's something up. The sales are up 13% year over year already. And one of the guys being interviewed said, "Oh yeah, this is our biggest year ever selling ski chalets. The demand is huge. People were buying them in May and June and July. Ski chalets, they're already thinking a year ahead. Now, why is that? Why is this the biggest season, almost on record, I guess, for buying, ski chalets in a place like Vail, Colorado and stuff? No, well, okay, money is cheap, sure, but money's been cheap for a decade now, right, Robert? Why not 2 years ago? Why not 4 years ago? Good season? You mean because of the snow? Look, if you don't have any money, Pete, it wouldn't matter how good this snow was last year. People are filthy, stinking rich in America. They've already fixed up their homes, bought 3 or 4 other homes. They're already spent all their money. They bought bigger, nicer cars, bigger TVs, nicer houses, fixed up the houses they already have. They've already spent money on everything. And now they're like, I guess we got to buy a vacation home. You see what I mean? You've already bought everything else. You have nothing else to buy. So you're like, maybe I'll buy a boat. Maybe I'll buy a ski chalet. I don't know, but I have nothing left to spend my money on. And that's interesting, isn't it? Robert's like, not my life. Yeah, but in the aggregate. Okay. But see, here's the thing, right? When the market dropped back, I don't know, 10 years ago, people with, let's say, net worth, okay, people with net worth bought back into the market at the bottom. And the stock market went from 8,000 to 10,000 to 16,000, like all the way to about 24,000, right? So wealthy people have made an enormous amount of money. And poor people are uninformed and therefore rely on idiots to inform them. And poor people got poor fast. By poor, I mean anyone that makes less than $250,000 a year has lost most of their money over the course of the last 10 or 15 years, or not most, a dramatic amount. And they were slow getting back in because that's the cliche. And wealthy people have made a killing. So that's what I mean. So like Robert's like, well, not in my life. Yeah, well, in the 99%, no, they're pretty average. But things are not bad. Like, right? Things are not bad for the average American family. I mean, my neighbors are. I have 2 neighbors that have bought into like Walt Disney packages. 2, right? And one that bought the cheaper one. Spent $40,000. I'm like, what? $40,000? $40,000 for a Disney thing? And he's like, yeah, but it's free after that forever. The rest of our lives, it's free. I'm like, well, define free. And he's like, well, it's only $5,000 a year for maintenance. I'm like, dude, $5,000 a year for maintenance is still quite a bit of money. If I took $5,000 and just went to Disney this weekend, I could probably do pretty well. Like, look at me, I'm in Walt Disney World. What could I get for $5,000? Like, dude, I can get Minnie and Daisy for $5,000. Models and bottles, right? I'm like, dude, that's the maintenance fee? Oh my God. But he's like, yeah, but the service is great. I'm like, all right. Okay. Now the other guys spent more. So anyways, there's this idea that the market has risen. Okay. Now, maybe not for everyone. Well, you know what? I take that back. It did rise for everyone. Everyone had equal opportunity. It wasn't like this secret, Illuminati got together and say, okay, the stock market's going up. Now you should buy. I mean, dude, it's been going up for 10 years. You're supposed to be making money. You don't spend money. Poor people spend money, right? And I go through this speech a lot. You need to be investing your money. Your money should work for you. So anyways, right, there were plenty of opportunities over the last. So a lot of Americans are right now, how about this? Again, a lot of Americans are going out there buying ski chalets. Do you know why I know? Because it's at record sales. So somebody's making money is all I'm saying. On the aggregate, America's doing well. Now, if it's only the top 1%, well, the other 99% had an opportunity to buy the stock market too. The other 99% had the opportunity to find a way to buy a house cheap and have it go up 50 to 100% in the last 5 years. Free world. All you had to do was have credit. And you're like, well, I don't have any credit. Well, then what are you going to do? Right? No, but right? So then you got to fix these things. Exactly right. But because Ryan's going to build a ski resort. I bet. Welcome to Ryanville, right? Little children holding hands, singing as you arrive. Welcome to Ryanville. Well, right? Yeah, it's going to be great. So, anyways, make money. Make your money work for you. Always remind yourself that, right? Do you think rich people work hard? Rich people do. Do you think wealthy people work hard? Wealthy people don't even get out of bed. They drink champagne in the bed. Like the alarm wakes up. Oh my God, is it 10:45? Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, look, 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 look. Oh, yeah, time to go back to bed. Right? But they've already made $10,000 or $100,000 that day because their money works for them. Rich people work. Yeah, rich castle. No, but it's true. So think about it. Buy something. So like owning the stock market, for example, the value goes up. Put it this way. Let's say about $1 million bond. Let's say it's rated well. You feel comfortable with the risk, and what it pays 3% coupon per year. You understand that just simply on the coupon payment, I make money. I don't have to get up. I don't have to work. I don't have to, commute. You will earn money. I love that part. Okay. No, it's only 30,000 bucks. Yeah, but you could also ladder these things, and very often, if interest rates don't go up, the price could go up. But the bottom line is you can just sit on it, right? So, anyways, now the cool thing about Forex, and let me just do a full circle here. How much money do you need to buy a $1 million bond? Let's say it doesn't pay 3%. Let's say it pays 2%. Yeah, $1 million. Some of you might not have $1 million, so you're like, Wayne, why are you telling me this? If I had $1 million, right? Well, how much money do you need in Forex to hold $1 million, paying 2% or 1.75 for thinking about you? Yeah, what's your leverage? Yeah, well, that's for you to answer, right? What is your leverage? Right? 100 to 1? You only need 10 grand, right? So could you over the course of 6 months to a year slowly build a position of $1 million. Right, so we have to go back to this. Like, what if you bought Kiwi 3 years ago? Now, this might be dangerous because it's probably lost money, but let's go back here. Okay, yeah, so let's say back in here. In 2016, you bought the New Zealand dollar. Okay? You're in at 70 something. You're not even watching the pips go up and down, up and down, and up and down. But if you had a bunch of trades, or these are weeks, right? So between 71 and 75, you're in a bunch of trades. You're sitting on $1 million in Kiwi yen. You're collecting 1.75% on the million. Your stop is at break even on everything. You understand? You have no risk because your stop's at break even on everything. Now, sure enough, the trading value has dropped, and that happens in bonds too. Okay? But you're earning 1.75 on the million, but you're only in it for $10,000. So what yield are you earning on your money? You're clearing, like I said, almost $20,000 a year, right? $17,500 a year on your $10,000. That's good, right? That's even better than having $1 million bond. You have a $10,000 bond that pays you $17,500 instead of $1 million bond paying you, right? You see what I mean? Now, going back to this, imagine though you'd done it from here and it went up 500 pips, let's say on average. Could actually be more, right? 500 pips times 10 positions open, that's 5,000 pips. Plus your 200%, your 17.5% yield, plus 5,000 pips profit. It's nice, right? Anyways, let's go back. How do we get on these things, guys? I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't even know where I am anymore. Where am I? Okay. Euro GDP, great. ISM, it's manufacturing, not services. I used to talk about the average yuan to see if money has trickled down, but I care a lot less about that right now. Services are important, but that's not the most important thing in the world, especially when it's followed up by the Fed. So another opportunity to learn. Okay. Okay, another opportunity to learn. This is a live meeting too, right? Interest rates going up. If I had $1 million, I'd be rich. All right. German unemployment, yeah, that should be about as expected, right? I mean, yeah, you can watch that if you're up anyways. Why not? I think I want to pay more attention to the pig, especially with the earlier inflation. You know, the couple days earlier, I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? Yeah, Tuesday's inflation release. And then here we have pound obvious monetary policy, interest rate decision, meeting minutes, just everything, right? I mean, just everything is pound here. So a Tuesday pound day, a Thursday pound day. What are you doing Monday and Wednesday? Yeah, I'll try. It's my schedule's so difficult. Maybe. I hope so, Robert. Those webinars take a lot of time. They take front time, they take back time, and it's so funny. Time is something I just don't really have. Um, I took a phone call today in the shower. I don't even have a shower. Yeah, my wife's yelling at me because I'm up at 3, 4, 5 times a night meetings. You know, she says, "What are you doing? Why don't you come to bed?" I am coming to bed. How long? At least 90 minutes. Anyways, so yeah, okay. So Thursday, and then Friday, non-farm payrolls. No CAD in here, huh? Now, where's my ISM services? ISM manufacturing. Why there's no ISM services? Or are they missing it, or am I missing it? If I had $1 million, I'd buy you a fur coat. So Aussie next week, CAD, RBNZ. Wow, great. RBA again. Seems weird. CAD unemployment. Where's my ISM services? I think it's Thursday. It's just not on here. Oh, is it our time? It's here, but it's probably listed as less important for some reason. I'll throw on the med. Friday, yeah, trade balance. ISM services, okay. Factory orders, IVPMI. What a great trading week. We've been blessed. Well, I'm going to rub my belly for good luck. Mm-mm. Ah, gorgeous. Yeah, cool. Okay. Today is going to be the day that I'm going to throw it back to you. By now, you should have found out what you got to do. All right, we'll start with the beast. If you were a bull, this is where you want to buy. Okay, you can see if you're going to play it like a head and shoulders, right? You're a bear, right? Where would bears sell? Bears would sell right here. Oh, look, it's also a head and shoulders. So if you're trying to figure things out now, you're already doing it wrong. That's why bias comes in, right? So that's if you're a bull. This is if you're a bear, and both are equally valid. So how do I know which one to do? Well, you've done some fundamental analysis or technical analysis of a long-term chart. That's how you know. You've made a decision. Oh, I can't make decisions, Wayne. Okay. So a buyer should have bought here is way too late now. Way. Like, what were you doing? And then here you should be setting it up for an M3 right shoulder. So typically what you do is you take the neck, let's call that the neck, you take that as the crown, you put it on a break point, and this says actually a little further to the downside. Okay. There's nothing down there, so yeah, that's interesting. I'm still thinking up, even though that's a head and shoulders. I might be stubborn, Okay, I might be stubborn, but I'm stubborn. What can I say? I'm hoping this is just bottom of a range. Okay. And that's that. We'll just call it a lame October. If it heads up into here and drops, I will be very disappointed. I mean, like, cry me a river, cry me a river, cry me a river. You don't have to say anything. I already know. I traded pound yen. So yeah, so that's that. So yeah, if you're not in on this, it's like I don't think you know what you want to do. Is I think how it comes down, because less than this is a real problem, right? If it was lower, let me draw. You know what? I'll use my drawing tool. Okay. If price had fallen further than this, oh dang it. Try that. Okay. If price had fallen further than this, it would have been like a real problem, serious problem for a bull. Serious, serious stuff. Hadir would say, if you reversed your position and turn, no, that just tells me you have no idea what you're doing. You're not a bull or a bear. You're like, oh, but I mean, yeah, you could scalp it here and scalp it there, but I thought you were going to try to make 5,000 pips this month. No, I mean, obviously you didn't if you're a bull, but you have to be willing, otherwise you'll never. Yeah, intraday, sure, you could scalp it, right? Pick up 25 pips here, 25 pips there. I would rather you say, okay, listen to this. Do you still believe between now and the end of the year, pound yen will go up? And that you have a strategic plan to attempt to build positions and make 5,000 pips or more, okay, by the end of the year. That was our plan last month. But now it didn't work out very well. But so then you have to say, well, as a bull, I can only buy in something that is obviously still an uptrend, and I can only buy at support and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if we're below this area, it's a real problem, because at that point, not only are we failing to make higher highs, we're actually printing lower lows, and that is by definition a downtrend, right? But what we're hoping for is like this, right? So you grab one here, and it comes up and comes down. You grab one here, and it comes up and comes down. You grab one here, and by the time we hit December 31st, you're in 6 or 7 trades, up, 5, 6, 700 pips, depending on when you got in, right? This one has 700. This one has 500. This one has 300. This one has 200. Maybe you don't hit the 5K, but maybe you hit 3,000. Okay. But the only way you can do it is to have that as a strategy. Or you can make 25 pips here, make 25 pips there, have a great month, and at the end of the month you have 400 or 500 pips. But even that, statistically, even that, after analyzing a lot of traders over the years, their best months are 200 or 300 pips. Right? So I just say to them, okay, let's say you get really good and every month you're averaging 200 or 300 pips. Great. How do you get filthy stinking rich? And you realize you have to have 10 standard lots on your trades before you make real huge money, right? Like 10 standard lots, that means you're going to have about $2 billion in your trading account. How quickly can you gather 2 billion assets under management? You're like, well, Wayne, I'd be like one of the biggest Forex traders in the entire world. I'm like, oh, cool. So when's that happening, right? So if you can't raise that kind of money and have a huge AUM, then what are you going to do? You should probably make a ton of pips. And that's what it always gets down to. So then you got to try on the months you can. Literally, why not make 5,000 pips a month? You're thinking it sounds ridiculous, right? Well, you're not going to do it every month. But when market conditions are favorable, you better try. Right? You're like, Wayne, you can't do that. All right, so this is September. This is October. That went from 53 to 47. So that's not 1,000 pips. It's more than 500. Right? If you're holding positions and letting your winners run and then adding to positions, it's a lot better than trying to pick up 25 pips here and 25 pips there. Because the way I look at it is, okay, you're picking up some money, you're making some money, but you're never going to hit your big goal. That, again, going back to our previous conversation, and I'm glad we had that now because it sets this up. If all you're doing is income-based trading, right, making 25 pips here, 25 pips there, you'll work really hard and you'll make money. You won't be rich. I mean, well, I guess you're rich because you're working. You're working hard and you're making money. To be wealthy, you're making a lot of money, but you're not working hard. You're not barely working at all. And that's where you wake up in the morning and you look at your let's say you have one trade open. You wake up in the morning, you look at your trade, you're like, oh, I'm up 75 pips today. You're right, Brandon. There are times to hold them and times to fold them. So you're talking weekly, but what if it's a monthly trade? Okay, but you're right. Like exiting in here, yeah. If you're doing a weekly trade plan, my hard and fast rule is you always exit at R2. You always exit at S2. Okay. I have very, very few hard and fast rules, but you know, okay, that you'd almost call an S2. Okay, here's an S. Here's one right here. See how precise it is? So I have very few hard and fast rules, but if you're doing weekly trade plans, you always take profit at S2. You always take profit at R2. Yeah, that's straight out of the book from a million years ago. Okay, but yeah, monthlies are clearly a longer term trade than weeklies, and weeklies are clearly a longer term trade than the daily, right? So when I'm talking about swing trading for a monthly, let's do it this way. We're on CAD, probably not a good example. Let's go back to the monthly. Kiwi, no. Beast. Let's go back to this one. Let's change the template here. Monthly. Okay. So like last month, for example, let me draw this properly. This was the buy zone if you're a bull. Okay. This was the target. So you probably should have gotten out at 150. Now it went 300 pips further, but the plan is here. Okay. That's the buy zone. Let me mark it with this other one. Okay. You see that? That is the buy zone. And that is the target. Okay. So 900 pips. So in the month of September, could you have more than one trade on this pound yen? I mean, realistically, you have every day, day after day after day. I mean, in fact, if you were stubborn about it, this went up more than 1,000 pips. So let's just agree. Okay, there's your 1,000 pips from precise bottom to there. That's 1,000 pips. Okay. Now, did anybody tell you weeks and months in advance that pound yen would go up in the month of September? So you actually knew the future. You knew what to do. You knew as a bull that that was a buy zone. In fact, I created a swing trading course in June, released it in July, and told you to stop trading altogether and just study the swing so you can prepare specifically for the third week of August, which is here, and be prepared to buy the yen pairs. I mean, holy crap, really? Right? I mean, that's a slap in the face if you were not on that, right? Like, oh my God, I was preparing you 12 weeks in advance to get ready and told you to stop trading just to learn methodology and get ready. And specifically the third week of August, which goes back years, every year I tell you third week of August, but that's the third week of August. And then there's your exact buy zone that I put into the training video that I recorded in June, released in July, so that you could take it all the way through July and prep for August, get ready for the third week and long it. I mean, am I wrong on that? Am I exaggerating even a tiny little bit? Right? Not even a tiny little bit of exaggeration. I mean, I made 12, what was it, 12 or 8 hours of videos? 12, I can't even remember for the swing trading course. 8 hours of videos just to get you to buy that. And it went up more than 1,000 pips. So is it plausible that over the course of this month you got 5 trades on that? I mean, there's your 5,000, right? Just that one pair? Of course it's still available, Ben. I mean, amazing, right? So how about this? What are you going to do if you agree with everything I just said? Because if you don't agree with me emotionally or whatever, then forget it, right? We don't even have a conversation. We can go back to the technicals and stuff. But look, if you do agree with me emotionally, right? And you're like, oh, he's right. He did do it. We talked about it for months. And you didn't get it. What are you going to do about it? Because now, if we agree emotionally, now you have to logically make a change, right? And to me, that's the most important thing I could possibly see from you. That's exactly why I'm here every day. That you say, you know what? I get it now. I get it. I see it. So I need to do something different. And if you can get to that point, you now are capable of being part of that 5% that can survive, but you have to get there. You understand? Or you just have to emotionally connect and then logically and intellectually adjust. And now I think you can do it. Because now you're like, I'm not going to miss that next year. Now, look, October sucked. What can I tell you? But did it really suck that much? Let's try to measure how much it sucked. You can measure it this way, or you can measure it this way. So yes, it was horrible. It made a 382 Fibonacci retracement. Well, forget it then. It must be over. It's dead. Get it! I give up on Wayne's trades. His methodology sucks. What a crappy strategy that Wayne has. Yeah, I'm sorry it retraced 38.2. Yeah, it makes the head and shoulders, but you could still play it because I'm telling you, if you were a bear, if you didn't sell that, then there's only one other option for you as a bear, right? Up here, right? And that's the double top. But what I would do is if I was a bear, I would make it a zone, double top M3. Okay. If I was a bear, that's what I would do. But I told you last December that I'm not a bear on this. That the third week of August I would start buying pound yen and all yens, right? I mean, how more clear can you get? So, anyways, but if I was a bear, you would have to play the head and shoulders, or you'd have to play the top, the double top. Either way, it's a double top, right? But if you're a bull, you buy, and then the next one would be here. You would buy, and you're going to hit this, and it's going to come down. So that's fine. It'll come back, and I'll buy. How do I know it's going to hit this and come down? Because that's where a bear would sell. Dan, the only thing important is what the central bank tells you. Okay? So whittle everything away. Okay? And if you read it in a newspaper or hear about it on television, it's wrong. Okay? The only place you get your information now is from the central bank. Cool. Yeah. Okay, I think I hit that point a lot. But I think you could have made 5,000 pips there. Over the course of 20 trading days, I'm sure you could have bought 5 trades, jammed the stops on them, right? Considering I told you 6 months in advance that that's what would happen. Remember our conversation about if you knew the future, you could make money, right? If you were like to take a time machine, go into the future, see what happened, come back, you can make money, right? And you're like, oh yeah, I'd be so rich if I knew the future. Well, you knew the future. I told you 6 months in advance, over and over and over and over again. Then I made a video training course, and you had 6 weeks to prepare, watching hours and hours of videos over and over and over again. And get ready and get ready. It's going to happen right around the third week of the month, right around the third week of August. Oh, look, it's bottoming out on the third week. Oh, look, it's at a buy zone in September. Like, I remember telling you, if it were me, I'd be throwing chairs around, kicking and screaming, throwing my fist in the air. That I'm mad at myself if I didn't catch that, and that I'd be all in. I'd do whatever it takes to get this done, become an amazing foreign exchange trader. Oh no, You Europeans changed your time, right? Silly Europeans. Joe. Yeah, Europeans have to change their times so that they can strike during daylight hours. Yeah, it's helpful. We want more government jobs. We want more government jobs. We want more government jobs. Yeah, I mean, that's just like hard work, right, Ryan? Yeah, the French are all upset that all their jobs are going to Poland. You're like, well, Polish people like to work. They want to get stuff done. They want to earn money. Yeah, but anyways. So technical analysis. How are we on the time? Okay. Everything looks pretty downish right now, though. Is the sad part, right? But that's our job. If you're a bull, you identify the next two prices in which you would consider buying. Right? Cool. Great. That's kind of bottomish. The question is, so would you like to buy this at 113 and a half? Okay, well, it's 113.60 something. It's already been 113 and a half. So are you going to buy it? Did you buy it? On the 4 hour, it's becoming oversold. Cool. This gives you permission to think buying. Now, maybe not on this time frame because it's oversold, but it's not rising. It's certainly not in the trade zone. So you got to cut the corner. Okay. Do you think the New York Open is going to help give you the volatility, to give you the strength to do what needs to get done? Are you going to play this like a double or a triple bottom? It'd be sweet for this to spike down, tickle this on some news. Okay. So your job in the next 4 hours, maybe even 8 hours, if you're a bull, if not on this pair, on a different pair, but I'm just looking at this pair, is simply say, I am looking for opportunities to buy above this orange line, particularly above this green line. I can buy at the bottom, I can buy it after that higher high, but I'm a buyer, I know my price, and if it goes lower than that, then I'm probably just not buying today. That just sets up maybe tomorrow's buy, which would be more like the bottom of the market. So like if it had a severely bearish Monday or Tuesday, then you know your second opportunity as a bull, because that doesn't bother you at all. It's less ideal, but it doesn't bother you. And your next one is down there. You understand? You're not running around like a chicken with its head cut off. You're identifying the two places in which you'll consider buying. And if you don't get those, then maybe you don't buy. What'd you do all week? I waited, didn't get my price. Okay. Rook says heavy divergence, bulls getting up. That would be good analysis. That I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with that. Do I kill? Do I consider time of day? I usually have this down to the minute. Okay. So, is there important news at 10 a.m. today? Here's my Forex.Today. There it is. Let's go back to here. Do we have news, important news at 10 a.m. today? Hello, we've got 100 people. Can somebody help me out? Okay, Joe and Pete say no, and this is loading slow for me. All right, so based on the no, right, I'll probably trade around 1020, 1021 to be precise. Okay. Did you know that? At around 1021, I'll probably make a trade. Strange, the browser just bombed. Like everything just went away. So, like I said, I guess I need to reboot. So, anyways, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I'll get you tomorrow. I'll make sure I reboot first. Thanks, guys.